This tutorial is going to cover projectiles for Halo Custom Edition. I've already got my contrail bitmap here. It really doesn't matter what you do for this. You can even just use the existing one because it is so unbelievably simple. Mine is just a 32 by 32 square, sort of a faded white line in the middle of it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in my weapon folder. Weapons, UMP45 bitmaps. I'll paste it here. I'm going to move the reticle into the backups because I don't want to recompile that. Alright, now we go to Tool, type in Tool, bitmaps, weapons, /UMP45 /bitmaps. Alright, that's compiled. Open up Cornman or Gorilla. Open weapons, UMP45, UMP45.weapon. Alright, we currently just have the assault rifle's projectile there, so I'm going to create a new projectile. Let's see, if you were doing a rocket launcher, you'd want to put a model in, but we're not. So we're going to add an attachment. It's going to be a contrail. So new contrail. I want to check first point unfaded. Point generation is going to be 60. Point velocity is 0.05. The render type needs to be viewer facing. Texture repeats just once. Now let's see, the bitmap is going to be the one that you just compiled. Trail, alright. Now let's see, your sequence count just needs to be 1. Change the frame buffer blend function to add. And then scroll down to point states. We're going to add 2 of these. One of them, we're just going to set both of these to 1. Leave that. Now the first one, set both of these to 1, and we're going to choose a color. This is going to be the color that your actual projectile is. Set the width to 0.05. Now as for the physics on this, we're just going to use the existing physics. There's not really any point in changing them. So you can just use the same physics from the assault rifle. Transition duration, I'm going to go ahead and put it 0.01 for both of these values. Alright, and I'm going to exit out of this. Yes, I want to save weapons, UMP45, and I'm going to name this bullet.contrail. Alright, now I'm going to enter that file path right here. Now if you're doing a energy projectile, you'd want to add a widget with a light volume that would control how the actual plasma bolt looked. But we're not doing that, so I'm going to delete that. Alright, now scroll down to here. Detonation timer starts after first bounce. I'm going to set the max range to 200. You can put that to whatever you want. I don't personally like the idea of bullets disappearing, so I generally put it absurdly high. Air gravity is going to be 1. Same with water gravity. Now, since this is a projectile weapon, the projectile needs to be moving incredibly fast. So I'm going to put both the initial and final velocity at 400. The flyby sound, again, I'm not going to create a new one. You can if you want to. So I'm just going to enter the file path of the old one here from the assault rifle. Alright, impact damage. Let's see, let me get the assault rifle one here. Alright, I'm going to open this. You can create your own if you want to, or you can, I would recommend at least starting from the assault rifle one and saving a copy of it into your folder. Alright, so this is the effect that's going to be played on your screen when you're hit by one of these projectiles. It'll sort of flash red. I'm going to change that to more of an orange. These values here are all going to control how much and how your camera vibrates or shakes or rotates or whatever when you're hit. those are all pretty much fine. This is your damage here, and these values are basically going to be multiplied by this damage number for various surfaces. For example, the flood combat form will only be hit by 6.5 damage because it's 0.65 times 10. The cyborg is going to get the full 10 and whatnot. So you can change those however you need to. Save that and go ahead and change this file path. Alright, material responses are basically the effect that is played when the projectile hits any particular surface. There are tons of them, and you can't add any extras, so basically if you were to sit here and add, it would just add all of the various material effects. So I'm going to add one, set the response to disappear, and I'm going to set the effect to weapons, assault, rifle, effects, impact, metal, thin, reflect. No, thin. Okay. That's just the effect that would usually be played when an assault rifle round hits a metal object. So then I'm just going to sit here and duplicate this for all of them. If you want to go through and create a custom effect for each and every one of them, or if you want to go through and actually set them to whatever they are for the assault rifle, you can. Some of these will be over-penetrated, which would mean that the bullet would continue going through the surface. Some of them will just disappear. Some of them will reflect. But in this case, they're all going to just do the same thing. So I'm going to exit this. Yes, I want to save. Weapons, UMP 45, bullet. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and change my file path here to UMP 45 bullet, and I'm going to save that. Alright, now I'm going to compile my test map. And I'll open this up in another screen recorder and show you what it looks like. Okay, as you can see, our projectiles are working. They look a little bit more orange than the default assault rifle projectiles. And even though this floor has a stone shader, it's reacting like metal because that's the only material response that I gave it.